there's a commitment to actually doing stuff together in the real world in defense of our democracy, our communities, and each other. Anybody who's paying attention right now knows that the Trump regime wants you to be alone and afraid. That's what they want. They want you to think that they are all powerful. They want us divided so that they can crush us. We're not giving them what they want. We need to mourn. We need to mourn the life of Renee Nicole Good, absolutely. But this moment, this calls for more than thoughts and prayers, y'all. It calls for courage. So I think we need to talk about what we do together to demonstrate and spread that courage. And we're going to do some big stuff together this weekend, y'all. This is not just Indivisible. I want to be very clear. We are coming together with partners ACLU and MoveOn, United We Dream, 5051, Voto Latino, Disappeared in America, many, many others to call for a weekend of action that we are all collectively calling ICE Out for Good. ICE Out for Good. These are nationwide protest vigils. These are events that are going to happen in every city, town, and community across the country where one of you listening right now raises their hand and says, well, I guess I'm going to do it with my community. That's how these are going to come together. We're going to honor the memory of Renee Good, but we're going to do more than that because we're not just showing up to honor her memory. We are going to show up and have demands for those who actually have power. It's not enough just to express our outrage. We have to demand that electeds act. That means ending the violent and lawless ICE and CBP raids that are terrorizing communities. It means actually holding Renee Good's murderer accountable, not letting this regime just shield him from the consequences of his actions. And it means ensuring that our elected officials at the local, at the state, and at the federal level stand with Americans against the secret police force. Here is what I do not want to see. Let me tell you what I do not want to see. I do not want to see elected officials merely expressing outrage. That's our job. Our job is to express outrage. It's the elected's job to act. To act. If your elected is simply pointing fingers without using their votes, their leverage, their power to stop Trump's secret police force from murdering Americans, they should find a different line of work. We are everyday Americans. It is not our job to write legislation or to draft regulations or to devise a legal strategy. That's why they get paid the big bucks. That's why they're elected officials. Do not let any Democratic member of Congress tell you they're powerless. Hell, Dems are going to vote on ICE funding later this month. We heard it from EMILIA and JULIO. They said it earlier. Stop giving ICE money to terrorize our communities and murder Americans. So then how? How do we get electeds to do their job? We get them to do their job when we do our job. And our job is to make clear that the public's not going to accept fascism or cowards or feckless leadership in this moment. Our job is to demand electeds do their job. That's how our representative democracy works. And we do our job by showing up together peacefully and forcefully. That's what ICE Out for Good events are going to look like. And they're going to look different depending on your community. Here's what we know. It's never been more important to get out in person and assert your right to protest and make visible your opposition to the secret police force and the terror it's spreading. That means public vigils and memorials. Could be roadside memorial. Could be a gathering or a rally where you just name the harms and recognize the victims of ICE. Or a march, memorial processions, car caravans, peaceful, silent marches emphasizing collective mourning and moral witness while wearing all black. Visual actions and installations, striking visual displays that make ICE violence impossible to ignore. Faith-based witness for the faith community coming together, speaking out against the moral atrocity that we are seeing. Look, y'all, you're leading this. Get creative. Figure out how to get attention. Figure out how to get more people in and get these events on the map. Non-violent protest in mass numbers is the antidote to authoritarianism. And it is essential in this moment that we stand in opposition right now. We need to oppose this regime in mass, in community, to respond to these incidents, because we know this is not an isolated incident. We know that the billions of dollars are flowing into this secret police force, and what we're seeing in Minneapolis is coming to a town near you very soon. So do not wait. We're dropping links in the chat for a toolkit and a Mobilize registration page. We're asking you to read the toolkit. Do it literally. You can click the link, read the toolkit, reach out to your Indivisible group or your 5051 group or your MoveOn friends, your neighbors, whoever your community is. Reach out to them and say, hey, y'all, we're doing this. Register your local vigil, register your memorial protest in your own town, in your own community. Then recruit, y'all. Recruit. Make your event enormous, overwhelming, unignorable. Reach out to your networks and get as many people as you can to join, and then make your signs, paint your banners, build your art installations, plan your marches. This Saturday, this Sunday, we make clear we're getting ICE out for good. Now, we're going to have a lot more protests in the future. There's going to be a No Kings 3. There's going to be a May Day. There's going to be good trouble of action. But this weekend, this is a weekend for action, y'all. Do not wait for the next No Kings. Do not wait for May or June or July. And God help me, do not wait for the midterm elections. Now is the time to act. We'll see you out in the streets.